Welcome. We are here. We are back. Welcome to the Art Life Podcast. I am your host. I am D Muse. First initial, real last name. Your favorite art business coach specializing in sales, marketing, branding, and positioning. And of course, all your entrepreneurship needs. Make sure you go to imdmuse.com. Check out services and offerings over there. Check out the Pay the Artist Club, our online group coaching community where you have like-minded artists who are all looking to grow. You have artists doing collaborative things amongst themselves in the community. Like it's pretty beautiful. You might want to join so you don't have to do this art thing by yourself, trying to figure it out all on your own. You might save some money, but you're going to waste a whole hell of a lot of time. And you make less money during that time. So do what you want to do. It would behoove you to check us out. Again, go to imdmuse.com. That is D as in Delta, M-U-S-E, just like it sounds, dmuse.com. And check out the Pay the Artist Club, Instagram, TikTok, everywhere. I am D Muse. Today, I promised you from the last episode that we were going to get into what it takes to develop an effective art marketing strategy. Now, I'm not going to get into specific strategies because I'm not going to coach on this. This is what I do inside the Pay the Artist Club. But we can talk about what it takes, what pieces of the puzzle you need to develop an effective one. If you do want help with coming up with a creative one that's specific to where you are exactly right this moment in your art journey and to the goals that you specifically created, not generic or any goals that have been imposed on you, join the club. So, first thing we need to do in developing an effective marketing strategy, we're gonna get right into it. You know me. If you don't get to know me, we're here for a good time, not a long time, right? Need to get back to making this art. First thing you have to do is identify your target audience. Now, if you've worked with me before, you know we go into creating our ideal client avatar. You know, it's a specific person who, if they currently don't exist, we create. It's like if you had to only work with one type of person, who would it be? And of course, that should be your favorite people to work with. 'Cause all money ain't good money, right? Can be more headaches than anything. And usually the people that want the most pay the less. Like, it's weird like that. But we need to identify our target audience. We don't have to go as specific as, you know, the psychographics of that one person. But getting into that, we need to know at least what groupings people are going to fall in. Because everybody don't hang out together. So you wouldn't go to one place and find everybody. Everybody's not in church. Everybody's not in the club. Everybody's not in the supermarket. There's really no place that everybody is at any given time. Except for when we was locked down. Then obviously everybody, for the most part, was in the house. But outside of that, people hang in specific places for specific reasons. And so like millennials probably not hanging out at the same spots as the Gen Zers. I think we on now or something, right? I think whatever, who's active now. I'm a millennial, so yeah, nah, I don't be with the kids. Like, we're not into the same things. Probably won't have a lot of the same cultural references, so the jokes you try to make, you know, the examples you try to give, stories you try to tell, and your references are just not going to hit the same because you're not speaking their language. It's a whole different slang. Whole different slang. Stuff that used to mean one thing means different stuff now. So, you gotta know who you're talking to. You know, are you talking to your collectors? Are you talking to corporate buyers? You have to tailor your marketing needs, marketing efforts, accordingly. So you need to know who you're talking to, so they can also know that you're talking to them. We get bombarded with so much advertising that your brain is just automatically trying to block out as much of it as it possibly can and looking for what is specific to it, you know, what has to do with survival first and foremost, and then maybe some type of pleasure or alleviating the pain that you have, the need that you have. These are kind of the order of what our brain is going through. If it doesn't fall in those categories, we discard it. It could have been for us, but we didn't know because it didn't sound like it was speaking to us. It can't speak to us if it doesn't know the language we talk. So you need to know your audience. You need to know who you talk to. That's first and foremost with an effective marketing campaign. Unless you got McDonald's budget, you can't market to everybody anyway. So be efficient and focus on the people that you have the highest probability of converting, right? The people that, you know, resonate the most with your work, or your work resonates the most with. However that goes, whichever one of those is correct. Next, now we need to set our goals and our objectives. And of course, if you don't know anything about goal setting, you have to go back and look at the frameworks and, you know, use things like SMARTs, you know, make sure they're strategic, measurable, attainable, you know, whatever those other things stand for. I don't remember at this point, but measurable is extremely important. And we can have a large goal, and then we're going to break that down into micro goals so we can see the process, the progress, and see how long it might have taken to get from point A to B, even though we're going to Z. So we can tweak what we need to tweak by reading our key performance indicators and seeing what our results are. Check your KPIs. So for example, you can set a goal to increase your mailing list by 50% over 6 months. Okay, great. We can definitely do that. Let's say for round numbers, you got 100 people on your mailing list right now. 50% of that is 50. So I want my mailing list to be 150 within the next 6 months. And obviously not everybody gets on your mailing list that likes your stuff, so it's not unheard of. I know some people might hear us and be like, oh, that's it, it's all gonna take. It might take you more, you never know. But those people that sign up to be marketed to in perpetuity. So it's a good chance they're gonna get something eventually or refer you to somebody else or somebody else to you. Want them on your team. They sign up for your list. So opt-in, consensual marketing. We love consent. So that goal is attainable and measurable. And I mean, if you work with me, we're gonna crush that, but you can definitely do 50% per month, realistically, but I mean, I guess we can start there if that's what you wanted to do. Just an example, right? And they say For on average every 1,000 people on your email list equates to $100 a month passively. Like this is you just sending your emails out regularly. Of course, again, if you work with the Paid Artist Club, we teach you how to nurture in your emails so you can build that know, like, and trust factor. You know, everything can't just be sell, sell, sell. You know, it has to be other elements involved. But if you're doing it right, $100 a month passive. You know, you get you 10,000 on your email. That's 1,000 a month passive. And I mean, that's sending out an email bi-weekly. So, do it if you can do it, which you can. Next, you want to make sure you're choosing the right platforms. And this goes back to the first point with identifying your target audience. Everybody's not everywhere. So, if you're looking for a specific audience and they're not there, then you wasted your time and resources. So if you're looking for a certain age group, they might be on certain platforms. They might be on certain platforms at certain times. Because I don't think no baby boomers is on anything past 9 o'clock. So I know, at like 9, they in bed. They might be out cold already. They don't even have dinner, they have supper. Like, shit is early. It's like right after lunch. Like they getting tired at 7 p.m. Like, sun go down, they going down. So, you know, you might look at your metrics and be like, oh, I get the most engagement, you know, the most views during, you know, the 12 o'clock and the 3 o'clock and the 9 o'clock, but we targeting certain people, they ain't there at 9 o'clock. So you might get some eyes, you might get some likes, but they're not converting to buyers. If all your buyers are asleep by 7 p.m., we need to make some adjustments. And we won't know that we need to make that until we identify who the hell we trying to get. If you're into certain people or people that are into certain hobbies, you go to where these hobbies are executed. If you like, you know, spoken word, you're gonna go to spoken word places and find you a poet. That's what they're gonna be. So it starts, like, all of these are kind of building blocks. Like, you need to do the first thing first. First thing first is identify your target audience. If you can break it down and get into, you know, creating your ideal client avatar, knock yourself out. The more defined, the more realistic you can make this person, the better. And this one person represents 1,000 people just like them. And they all like to do the same things. A bunch of the same psychographics, demographics. Makes it easier to find when you know what you're looking for. Makes sense, right?